Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for supporting and watching some real news with me here on Wednesday, January 17th. We got a few things to discuss today. We're going to talk fake news awards, and I'm going to go through the phases with you guys. I have a lot of questions on what exactly is going on with all of that. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk a little bit more about what happened in Hawaii with that missile scare, because there's a good theory that I saw an Anon post, and then we'll also talk what happened in Japan along the same lines as that. Got a couple more plane turnarounds that I'll show you guys, and then some other things. We'll talk a weird meteor that happened in Detroit, and I'll show you a picture that I found that was sent my way. Might not actually be a meteor. I don't know about that one. And then, of course, another dead doctor. We'll talk about that a little bit more. So, hope you guys can hear me as well. I know my audio has been messed up in a few of my videos lately. I don't exactly know what's going on with that. Hope this one's good. But let's get into it. So first thing we're going to talk, fake news awards. So of course the mainstream media is trying to act like it's an assault on press freedoms over the past few days. I think Politico even ran an article calling it illegal or something to that effect. But anyway, so today we got our campaign to spread the message, spread memes, and try to affect the collective consciousness as much as we can with truth bombs, folks. So I'm going to go through the three phases on how exactly this is going to go down today. And phase one is basically what we're already in. I mean, it's 5:30 on the West Coast, 8:30 on the East Coast. So what phase one entails is basically post memes everywhere with two hashtags. One is Great Awakening, not The Great Awakening, but hashtag Great Awakening. And number two is hashtag We the People. Now, post these memes everywhere. Post them on your timeline. Post them on, replies to people everywhere. And mind you, organic tweets are best. Are best, I should say, for influencing Twitter analytics. Okay, if you retweet things, it doesn't affect it quite as much as organic tweets. So have those memes at the ready. And then, of course, I've been posting my own Imgur down below my videos for the past couple days. Mind you, my Imgur is kind of lacking, kind of sucks. I didn't get as much time to fill it up with as many memes as I have wanted. So I'll show you guys another link I'm going to post with a lot of good memes in it in a sec here. But anyway, let's get into phase two. So phase two, after this morning, so probably a little later this morning, we're going to shift into using the hashtag fake news awards. Fake news awards during the day. And I presume this was told to us as per cue that Donald Trump will be tweeting something in regards to the fake news awards. He might use the hashtag itself. So when you see that, then you know it's go time to use the fake news awards hashtag again to spread your memes. Somebody just commented and said the Great Awakening or Great Awakening is already trending. That's great. So one thing I was actually going to make a note of is I was checking around Twitter and I saw some of the things trending in the United States. Some things were trending that had like 1,000 or 2,000 tweets today, and fake news award, or I should say Great Awakening, had 6,000 tweets, and I did not see it trending. So I was of the opinion a few minutes ago that they were already trying to put the kibosh on those hashtags, but somebody just said it's trending. Another person commented, said it's number 11, so that's good. They're not able to stifle it quite yet. But I imagine, of course, that will occur, which is why there's multiple phases to this, multiple hashtags we're going through. So like I said, let me reiterate. First ones we're using this morning, hashtag Great Awakening, hashtag We the People, spread your memes. Phase two, later today, we're going to use fake news awards. I'm assuming when President tweets something of that effect. And then phase three, so later on today, probably into the evening, after we use the fake news awards tweets hashtag, we'll get into just basically hijacking. Hijack the crap, hijack the crap out of all the trending hashtags that you find. Whatever it is, use it. Reply to all the most popular pages you follow as soon as you can. Have your hashtags at the copy and paste ready. Have your memes able to just reply real quick. So when follow CNN or The Hill. I like doing it on The Hill. I was doing that all day yesterday. Post a meme as soon as you can, so anybody that's not aware of it sees that meme first and then follows into those hashtags. So it's an exciting day, guys. Try to influence that, influence society, influence the collective consciousness as much as you can. And then, so that's basically how it's all going to go down today with those 3 phases. Remember, organic tweets are best. And then also, like I mentioned a couple minutes ago, my Imgur, I'll post down below with some memes on it. I'm also going to post a link to this collection. It's a bunch of folders with hundreds, if not thousands, of memes by topic. So this is a really great one. You can see topic: Drain the Swamp, Deep State 7th Floor, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Fake News Awards, False Flags. So this is a really good collection of memes that, again, I will post down below. Although, one stipulation that I saw in this collection, I was checking it out a little bit this morning once I saw it. And shout out to Anti-School on YouTube and Twitter and whatnot. I got this link from him and I love his work, so I wanted to drop that in there. But anyway, I was scrolling around this, and one of the folders they have is fake aliens. Of course, it's a very complex topic. I'm not going to get into it here, but I was rolling down and I saw this. So whoever made this collection, unfortunately, is a little ignorant on the extraterrestrial topic. Poor guy. I understand it, though. It's a very deep, complex topic. Difficult for many to wrap their brains around because they still have belief systems that are ingrained into them, into their egos. But they memed me, apparently, and said that I welcome evil aliens. And what amazes me is this is a video that I posted like 8 months ago, like back in May or June, and I wasn't even talking about aliens in this video. So, mind you, I would probably avoid the fake aliens tab. Some misinformation in there. But anyway, just wanted to make a note of that. I'll still post it down below, though, because regardless, there's still a lot of other great memes in this. But now let's move on. So let's move into actually, we'll talk about the Japan missile threat first. So nothing is a coincidence. As we saw happen in Hawaii, there was the false alert for the ballistic missile going to hit Hawaii. Same thing basically happened in Japan. So on their public TV, they send out a mistaken North Korean missile alert just hours, a day or two after the Hawaiian one. Not a coincidence, right? But let's talk about the Hawaii incident real quick. So I saw a fantastic theory, some great dots connected by some anonymous person, great 8chan thinkers out there. But they were connecting the dots between Q's DEFCON 1 post, the Hawaii missile alert, Q's post after it, and then a Trump retweet. So basically we had the DEFCON 1 Q drop that happened on January 7th that triggered a lot of people. I get it. But again, future proves past. So then we had the Hawaiian missile alert on January 13th, 4 days ago. Now, Q posted a couple, later on that same day, command, why? Necessary. He said, no such agency, NSA. So there's a connection between Hawaii and the NSA that Q is supposing there and saying it was necessary for God and country. No other vehicle to regain entry is what Q said. I know you can't really see that, but that's what I'm reiterating the Q post there. And then Trump retweets the fact that Hillary's 33,000 emails might not actually be missing. So let's make the dots. I'm just going to read this right here. So what was the alert all about? The only way the president could grab the NSA databases that were locked in Hawaii was by triggering an attack alarm that set into motion a bulk data transfer. Q said, think BDT, bulk data transfer. They gave him the access to the databases that in the NSA. Why? Let's read this. This is interesting. Edward Snowden was in Hawaii overseeing a massive a massive transfer of secret NSA surveillance databases to a new secure facility in Hawaii that would keep the databases out of the white hat hands. And of course, the only way to get access to those servers was to set an attack alarm, and then it would automatically transfer those files in that secret facility to the mainland here, okay? And very interesting, because this is supposing that Edward Snowden is some false asset, some kind of disinfo asset that is actually working for the Black Hats. Now, this is very interesting to me because Edward Snowden, through the years, it's been said that he's some kind of white hat, but there's been some things that I've seen Edward Snowden post that really kind of make me scratch my head. And I'm like, if he is connected to this alliance or the white hats, why is he saying that, right? Why would he be saying those things? It's weird. So, is he some kind of COINTELPRO? This is supposing so. And with it, I mean, this is the most legitimate sounding theory on the Hawaiian situation that I've seen. So I wanted to make that known. Could very well be the case. And I'm also interested to see what will come out of that Japan incident, if we get any more info out of that. But anyway, moving on. Let's go into plane diversions. So, of course, just a couple days ago, I mentioned a Delta flight that was evacuated at the JFK airport, and we had two more flight diversions happen this week, and they happened on United Airlines flights. So this United Airlines flight was going from Denver to Hawaii just yesterday, and it turned around 5 hours into the flight. Speaking of Hawaii, coincidentally enough, this turned around 5 hours into the flight and landed at San Francisco because they said toilets reached capacity. Their shithole was clogged. But anyway, that's amazing because 5 hours into the flight, guys, so they were likely already over the Pacific Ocean and getting closer to Hawaii, likely more closer to Hawaii than they even were to San Francisco. So for them to turn around and go back to the mainland, why? What was actually going on, guys? I don't know. But that is very peculiar. And not only this, but this article by Fox News also discusses how, in addition to the Hawaii flight, United was forced to divert a Paris-bound flight to Dulles International in Washington, D.C. on Monday, 2 days ago, due to a passenger, what they say is requiring medical assistance. The plane, which originally left from San Francisco, continued to Paris. So this one was going east, and then you had to land it, oddly enough, Washington, D.C. So, yeah, guys, more plane diversions. These ones, it's like every day we're getting one, which I thought plane diversions were supposed to be one of the most rarest occurrences there were. But we've got planes turning around because of noises, because of birds in the cockpit, because of their shits clogged, because of medical assistance, because what? The list goes on and on, right? It's crazy. How many more excuses can they make up before they really just have to tell us the truth on them? But moving on from the flights. So, of course, White House doctor yesterday, Trump had his medical exam. They said he's in excellent cognitive health, excellent health, has incredibly good genes, which is great. The deep state and their corporate media minions can no longer use this excuse against him. But just a couple things that health stickler me wants to make a note of. Trump is on some meds. He's on cholesterol meds, man. He's on Crestor. Freaking, if he wants to maintain his cognitive health, we're going to have to get him off the statins, right? Because statins will destroy your body's levels of CoQ10, which your brain needs. And, we're going to have to get him off the McDonald's and off the Diet Cokes. But anyway, it's good that he's healthy. And one thing I also want to make a note of that I saw floating around is people aren't making the connections between actual choices and genetics. So people are still thinking that genetics is some magical thing that you have no control of. but I will offer you the idea of epigenetics. Look into Dr. Bruce Lipton and people who research epigenetics. And when it comes to genetics, yes, genes control diseases, but what controls the genes? You do. Your choices, your environment, what you subject yourself to controls genetics, okay? So it's not like genes are some deterministic factor outside of your control. We screw up our genes cause the diseases. So, of course, that's something that people need to get into their heads. Somebody also commented epigenetics by Dr. Joel Wallach. I like Dr. Joel Wallach as well. I've studied a lot of his material. Also, good suggestion. So, I want to make those points known. We are the controllers of all our reality, including our genetics. Our genetic expression, I should say, not our genetics, but how our genes express themselves. But anyway, let's move on into that teen escape story. So most of you know probably the story by now, but teens escape in Southern California. A 17-year-old girl escaped this house and called the cops, and the cops investigated. They found 13 malnourished victims kept captive by their parents in this home in Southern California. Disgusting story. I'm not going to read too much into it. The only thing that I wanted to make note of is that the father was a principal, or used to be a principal. I don't know exactly what dates he had worked these jobs, but one of his previous jobs used to be a principal at a local private school, and another one of his jobs used to be making a load of money as a military contractor. And I'm not going to say the name of the company because I don't think it was the company's fault. I don't think. But it was an aerospace contractor in that industry. So, yeah, it's not like this is just some run-of-the-mill instance, this kind of trafficking sick stuff in poor communities. But this goes into very high levels, guys. And very sick story coming out of there. But just imagine this times 1,000 in elite circles. Very bad. Very bad. But anyway, last few things I want to go through. New charges possible in the Mandalay Bay shooting while mystery shrouds the broken CCTV, right? So new charges, it says here by Zero Hedge, could be coming in the Las Vegas shooting mass murder. An attorney for the Las Vegas Metro Police Department said Tuesday. So basically, several media organizations are making the request for the closed caption television, actually the freaking footage showing the dude bringing the guns up to the hotel room. But of course, the Las Vegas Police Department is arguing against that because potential charges against other people could be in the works. Is this an excuse not to release the footage, or is this true? Not sure. But, yeah, it's amazing that we're how many months in? 3.5 months since that incident. We still have no video footage, basically anywhere, of some of the most heavily videoed areas, I would say, in the world. Amazing. And I'm moving on. Thank all you guys, really quick here, for sending me the super chats. I can't really get to as many questions during these news updates, but I will be doing my live chats more often. Maybe one tonight or tomorrow where I can get into a lot more of the questions. But anyway, let's finish up here. So the Department of Homeland Security is planning to arrest the sanctuary city leaders. So here's a couple thoughts of mine on the sanctuary cities. Now, I'm all for freedom to do whatever you want as long as you're not harming anybody else or their property. That includes going wherever the heck you want on this planet. Freedom of traveling. Sovereign human beings traveling along the land. But right now, in this day and age, we have a deep state that likes to pay people money to do bad things for their agendas and do false flags and things like that. And that includes paying people of Muslim descent to come into this country and pull false flags to foment their agendas and fuel the race wars, right? So right now, we're going to need a little bit more control over our borders. And for them, I mean idiot Democratic lawmakers and stupid people who are still stuck in the ways of the deep state, whether they're just honestly ignorant and organic idiots, as we call them, or if they're actually complicit. They like to set up these sanctuary cities to welcome everybody in, regardless of where they came from or what their agendas might be. Very bad news, and it's not good. So in this instance, I actually support the arrest of sanctuary cities and to get those sanctuary cities out of here so we don't have any of these false flags in the meantime. So I just wanted to make a note of that. And then let's talk about the last two things here. So just this morning, there was a huge flash over Detroit, Michigan, and a large boom. And this large boom set off a magnitude 2.0 earthquake. Okay? Now, let's check out a quick video of this flash. Let's see. Whoa! As you can see there. So, yeah, okay. Looks like a meteor, which I could again, whoa! I just like doing that. We'll do that one more time. So, okay. Looking pretty meteoristic. Odd flashes. Boom, boom. And apparently it set off a large boom and a 2.0 earthquake. But here's the note I want to offer to you guys. I was tagged in this on Facebook. People sent it my way. This was a picture of that occurrence this morning in Detroit. And according to some people that messaged me, this picture was scrubbed off a few different areas, few different sites on the internet. Now look at that, right? That's a massive explosion. That does not look like a meteor. And as you can see here, what Fox 17 chief meteorologist in Detroit said was a likely meteor, okay? Now, look at that. That's a big boom. That's a big explosion. That doesn't look like a meteor. Now there's a few thoughts I have in my mind. Some people are already commenting on it. Space wars, right? Absolutely. Q, one of the recent drops, said owl. Now, owl, of course, could refer to the symbolism that elites love to use, their owl symbolism, their weird Luciferian gods, whatever kind of animal symbolism they use. But also, owl could very well be referring to the rod from God technology. Orbital weapon launch system, I believe that could be the acronym. I'm not too sure if that's it, but it's very close. The orbital platforms, rods from God, kinetic weaponry that goes extremely fast. But again, looking at this video, it doesn't look like it's going all that fast. It could be kinetic weaponry. I would expect it to be going faster than that if it was in fact some kind of rod from God. But it could be something else. Could be something that was shot down, right? Maybe it was a satellite that was shot down, or some other kind of weapons platform. And of course, in regards to the space war, I don't think that's something that the elites want circulating in the collective consciousness. I posted this on my Twitter and Facebook a few weeks ago, but I actually received a legal complaint against one of my November news updates where I was talking about evidence of a possible covert space war. They sent me a legal complaint on that, said it's not available now. It's been blocked in like 30 different countries here. So this is something they don't want going around, but it very well could be the case. And who knows what's actually going on with this large boom. That's what I think I wanted to discuss in regards to that. And then last thing I want to share with you guys is another freaking dead doctor, man. How many dead doctors do we have to have before people start getting it? 84th now, according to Erin Elizabeth. her website here, Health Nut News. I'll link this article down below to check it out. I suggest you do. She's been a great voice talking about these dead doctors for a couple of years now. Erin Elizabeth is Dr. Mercola's wife. And great power couple there. But anyway, she's been talking about this for years. And we have a lot of people dropping dead in the political scene, of course. People around, for instance, the Clinton Foundation are trying to speak out on political issues. But there's been so many mysterious deaths, suppression, murders, suicides of people that have 2 bullet holes in the back of their head, in regards to not only health, holistic health doctors, but also physicists, free energy physicists. So those are 2 areas that are far underreported, in my opinion. That's where I report on them as much as I can whenever I have the ability to, or there's another mysterious death. So holistic doctors and energy researchers. 2 big things. But this man, Dr. Clive Brigham, hope I'm saying that right, of Rhode Island, was found dead in his home last Thursday night. And at this time, it says here, police said he was murdered, but declined to provide any additional information. And this is just a common occurrence with many of these mysterious holistic doctor deaths. Sad news, guys. Sad news. So really try to educate people on this subject, educate yourself on it, because we got to stop these things. And if you are a holistic doctor out there, take care of yourself, guys. Take care of yourself. So that's really all I wanted to share with you guys today. 26 minutes in, 27. Thank all of you, all 3.2 thousand of you, for watching for this one. Take care, guys. I'll be checking back in within the next couple days to do one of the live chats. We can hang out for a few minutes. I like doing those with you guys. And have a wonderful day. Get your memes prepared and spread them. Thank you. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Ellum. Thank you, Kevin, James. Thank you, Harmony. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Marine. Thank you, Ferry. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Wildflower. Thank you, Silent Storm. Take care, guys.